roasting coffee here in Rockland this morning. I've never seen one of these machines before. I'm very, very interested to find out how it works. We are joined by Joel of Joel's Coffee Shop. What exactly is this?
We have some Peruvian beans that are roasting right now.
Okay.
So there's natural gas burners underneath the drum. And yeah, we've had some coffee roasting in there for 13 minutes and it's just about to come out.
Okay, so when we put the beans in initially, they looked like this. They're green. And then, oh, look at them coming out now. So what exactly happened inside there to make them go from green to brown?
Well, the first step is actually they start by drying. So when they dry, they start to look kind of smaller, light brown colored, and they lose all their moisture there. Mm-hmm. And then as they go through the roast, they're basically cooking. So we're taking it to fairly high temperature. Depending on the actual roast and the bean itself, we'll go from 425 degrees Fahrenheit to about 465, and usually stop there.
That ever cool. So now what is the laptop that you're using here for?
So we're actually just recording the temperature on the computer.
Yeah.
The computer doesn't control anything on the roaster. The roaster is purely manual, but we need to, for consistency's sake, we want to make sure that we have the same temperatures throughout every single roast. So every time I do a Peruvian, I want to do exactly the same roast.
Okay.
So that's where the computer comes in.
All right, so why did you want to start roasting your own beans?
I guess the passion for roasting started in an apartment, in my apartment. I was roasting on the stovetop just with a wooden spoon. And just from there, witnessing the transformation of coffee from a green product where it looks just like a bean, just like anything else, doesn't smell anything like coffee either, to the finished product, right, which is something that can make an awesome cup of coffee. Just an amazing experience.
And so now you run the shop here, and we've got your brother helping out. Both of them actually are here today. So how did you all educate yourselves on in the art of coffee making?
Lots of trial and error.
Right.
There's some workshops that are held in North America on coffee roasting.
Yep.
Not very many. And as a general rule, I think it's better to take those workshops not as a beginner, but as an intermediate sort of coffee roaster or advanced. So the beginner level stuff is really just doing it, just trying it. Get some green beans, just roast it. Yeah. Popcorn machine, barbecue, oven, stovetop, dog bowl, and a heat gun, whatever you have.
Does it taste different when you roast it yourself?
Definitely.
Does it?
Yeah.
So what are the different types of beans that you offer here at the store?
Well, I have some beans from 12 different countries right now, and they're all fair trade and organic. So I have depending on where the bean comes from, I have a general idea of what the characteristics are depending on the country. But still, though, each country has its own sort of characteristics, but then they also have exceptions to that. There's always some coffees that break the rule.
Right.
And those are pretty fun too. So we have, so this one in particular is from Nicaragua, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Where do you get your beans from?
I buy them through a cooperative of coffee roasters throughout North America. And
they're for fair trade and organic.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. Well, there's lots more coming up from Joel's Coffee this morning in Rockland, including some of your festive drinks that you'll be making, the winter cappuccino. Don't go anywhere. That's all coming up on CTV Morning.